What are the symptoms of outgrowing your friendships in spiritual awakening? Let us begin this topic of the day. Om Shanti, my name is Garret. Before I start the topic off, please make sure you guys remember to hit like, subscribe and comment your learnings in the comment section below. I'm dedicated to make 4 videos a week to spread more light and positivity out there in the world. It's also nice to know where you guys are tuning in from so we could actually connect within this space, okay? So, today's topic, right, is all about the process of spiritual awakening that is impacting your friendships, okay? So you might find that you're starting to actually outgrow a lot of people, your friends especially. Spiritually, vibrationally, your values are changing dramatically. And even though, right, there might be this time investment, and even though you might have a strong sense of loyalty and devotion to this friendship, okay, you can't help but seem to notice this dissonance, okay, the growing disharmony within this friendship or this relationship. And the fact, right, that even though that you had was actually perfect, and it's time you are changing, okay, it's due to this change that is going on within you, okay, you are moving on and the friendship is starting to weaken, okay. A lot of us, right, are outgrowing our friends because we start to grow spiritually so quickly. And I know a lot of people right now, right, are sort of hanging on to a friendship that you know is actually not right for you because it makes you feel sad to actually move on. That's why we are not moving on, okay? What I've learned, right, is that just because there's this grief, right, doesn't mean it's not the right decision to do, okay? Imagine if you're sort of living in a home for many years, okay, but because of this expansion you decided to buy yourself a new home, okay, because your current home can't fit in. Maybe you have new children that is coming into the family, right? When you start packing for the move, okay, you start to reminisce the old memories and all its surroundings around your house, okay, the tremendous amount of sadness, right, while you sort of reflect upon those beautiful memories, okay. And now that this chapter is ending, you could look back and see all those good times, all the good and fond memories, right? Nonetheless, it is time to actually move on and move forward, okay? And you can't just let this grief stop you, okay? You are going to allow it through, to let it pass through you and run its course, okay? Because or else, right, our current house, right, basically can't fit your expansion anymore. This is similar scenario and analogy, okay? Most people, right, associated grief, right, like this, this doesn't feel right to me. Simply just doesn't feel right to me, okay? Because grief, right, is such an uncomfortable feeling, right? And this grief, right, is quite similar to somebody around you passing away. So nonetheless, nobody likes to actually feel this kind of sensations. But sort of what I've learned, right, is that it's very fleeting, and if we can allow ourselves, right, to grieve this loss of the old friendships, right, that are fading away, we can start to sense into the new. And every door closing, as we all know, there will always be one that is gonna open up for us, okay? But a lot of time, right, we get stuck in this grief, okay, and stuck in this resistance and stuck clinging on to what we no longer serves us, you know. So this is something that is actually not too good for us, our growth especially, because we're growing at a very intense rate, you see. We don't allow that situation and energy to kind of move through us so that the new can't come in actually. Sometimes, right, on occasions, there might be something or there's something else that you kind of bound to, a friendship, right? And maybe it's a friendship that you want to leave. You already set your mind to actually leave. But if that's the case, right, there's a lesson for you to learn, because you're ready to move on, you see, and you've done great, and you're done grieving, and you're like, why can't I get out of this friendship? Why does this person keep on looping back into my reality? You must know that there is a lesson in everything in our life's journey, okay, and it is for you to discover it. There's a lesson you need to learn and you've yet to learn, because this person just keeps coming back. It's similar to situations that is repeating in our lives, okay? And as soon as you learn what is the cause behind it, right, there's something you need to do, and it could be a variety of things that you need to do, okay? And just letting it go, right, sometimes you still felt like there is an energetic bond, okay, to this relationship. So even though there was an actual distance, right, okay, we all know that energy is regardless of distance, time, and space, okay? So like an actual distance, right, you would actually does not help also, because it's distance with two different people, right? It's still not affected, okay? Because energy moves, you see, energy is infinite, you see. There was this cord of connection, and I actually mentioned this in one of the videos in my YouTube, okay? And cutting how we can actually cut away this energetic cord of attachment. So I will leave a link in that in end of this video. So make sure you want to watch how to actually cut this energetic cord. You can learn it from here, okay? It's like you know that you allow them to treat you in ways that you are not treating them. So there is this imbalance there, you see. And you need to know what is the lesson that is keeping you bounded, okay? Maybe you need to speak up more, okay? Maybe you're being a little bit too passive, okay? Maybe you need to see your part in this equation and learn to actually forgive yourself. There is a lesson to be learned. If someone keeps circling around and it's just creating a lot of stress, okay, there's something that you're doing, okay? There's something that is unresolved within yourself, okay? And not them, okay? But within you, that needs to actually be something that is yet to be resolved, basically. You can just take that focus off them for a moment and start to look within you. You will definitely find it quite easy to spot what is going on, okay? So another thing, right, that deters a lot of people from doing this same thing, right? For me, is if you wonder, since I'm actually outgrowing my friends and started to realize, okay, geez, I'm not going to have anybody. I don't want to be alone. That is going to be more upsetting, arguably, okay? So this is another factor that is stopping a lot of people from progressing and growing a little bit more, and they are clinging on to things that no longer serve them. Things, relationships, friendships, okay? So this void, okay? So this is the void that we're talking about. That's what happens a lot of times, right? When we let go of something, whether it's a friend, a job, or anything, right? Many spiritual people know you let go of something new comes in, right? However, we're living on earth, and this actually takes time, okay? And sometimes, right, there's this void of nothing. For me, it lasted for just a short while, because I've experienced various partings for me when I've actually migrated from Singapore to Australia, right? So, which I'm rather fortunate, because I experienced it in waves, where certain people experience it full blown, okay? And I'm also blessed to have a wife, and now my own daughter has come into my life as well. So this has actually kept me pretty fortunate enough to have relationships that are social within my cycle, okay? But I guess it's going to be different for most people. Some would feel lonely, and for some who understood spirituality, right, deeper and emotional detachment quicker, like myself, right, okay, are able to sort of resolve this void quicker, okay? However, right, this void and loneliness, right, is no fun, and actually nobody likes it, because we are all social creatures, right? However, you come into terms of all the situations that's happening a lot quicker when you start to see that there's so much disconnection with your friends currently, okay? And that trying to actually pull them to your level of consciousness, right, is actually not happening. Okay, you just come to a natural acceptance, and because your values and beliefs are no longer aligned with them, and also the topics that you guys always talk about and the things that you do no longer match already, you see. But then again, right, it's good to have friends, you know. We need to know that still need to have friends. It's still good to be social and not natural to have so much alone time, okay, our whole life. There will always be this something missing if you do not have friends, okay? So for those who have already let go of some of your friends, right, and you're finding yourself feeling alone right now, my message for you is that there's a lot to be learned in this alone time, okay? Whenever there's melancholy that is happening right now, we need to go inwards within ourselves, right? We need to clear off our schedules and detach to an extent so that we got the time to go within ourselves to find out who we exactly are we, okay? And what kind of friends and relationships do I want in my life, you see? What do I like? What's my passion? What's my purpose? All of this needs to be resolved in the stage of spiritual awakening. That's why a lot of people after spiritual awakening, right, they found out that they progress a lot more quicker in life because all of this inner work has already been done. So this is a stage for you when you're feeling alone, for you to actually resolve one by one. This is what we call inner work, okay? And this is a so-called hermit phase, right, of self-discovery, to sort of come into greater awareness of who we are actually as a soul, okay, as a person, as a character, as a vibration. Then we start to go through life with that vibration which are less influenced by our past, by our conditioning, so on and so forth, okay? More of our true frequencies, right, is now being spun out into life and then into the cosmos. And at that point, right, you can start to feel new people starts coming in, and it's coming at a very fast pace, okay, and that you can even imagine, okay? So friends, right, soulmate relationship, new acquaintances, new opportunities, business partners, and you start to resonate with everything and everyone, okay? And your life starts to become filled with people that you just love to be in your reality. People you resonate with truly, people that exhibit qualities that you've been looking for but have thought that they will never be around you, okay? We all need to let go and go through this inner work. Be alone a little bit so you can find out who is it that you are. And if you do this, right, which you will, because that's where life is actually taking you to, you know, trust me, you will then actually meet really awesome people in your life, okay? It doesn't matter what cool spiritual awakening benefits that you've achieved thus far, okay, along this journey. It's the people that will sort of make your life rich and abundant with those higher octaves of love and joy. So don't quit, right? Because these miracles do happen, okay? Continue down your path and doing the next obvious thing that you intuitively know what to do, okay? It will happen, and don't lose faith, okay, my brothers and sisters. So I hope you learned something from this video, and if you do, please make sure to leave a comment, feel free to hit like and subscribe, okay? I'm ending this video off. Om Shanti.